And Jund?
Faeries and Jund.
Yeah, it is Jund.
Yeah, like.
I like that playmat.
So because I know
awesome.
I know you're a Jund player.
Yeah.
And I've played Faeries. Who do you think has the advantage in this matchup?
Just depends what's on in the sideboard. Jund's.
No,
Jund.
so it's like game one. Who has advantage? Liam says Jund has advantage. Game
I
one.
think Jund has advantage. I think Jund does. I think Jund always has the advantage because it just has yeah. Because of all the removal that it has, and especially since he has Maelstrom Pulse. Let's see.
He wasn't playing Cryptic and Faeries.
What's Kulthys?
What?
Kulthys?
Klothys, the new 3-drop god where beginning of upkeep, combat, or end of turn, you choose a card in the graveyard and exile it. If it's a creature, you gain 2 life. If not, you draw a card.
Gotcha.
So
okay. Yeah, I think because so I think it's because what it comes down to is Renin 6 versus one butt Faeries, and they don't have a good time. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. Yep. So I mean, as soon as you hit that Renin 6, it's just unlimited value there. And let me see. Yeah, it's just. Because if he was running the 4 Inquisition, 4 Thoughtseize like I was for a bit, yeah, it's not good. Liliana of the Veil is actually a card you cut for the collective brutalities, and what's Ashiok's Dream? Whatever.
That's the 3-drop Ashiok, the one that I played.
Oh, okay.
Dreamrender.
Yeah, you just cut the lilies for the collective brutalities, and you're good to go. Oh, and you bring in the boil, because that's funny, and the Huntmaster.
I got boiled at the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. And you cut. Honestly, I would cut a Bloodbraid for the Huntmaster. That's just my personal thing.
Yeah, I mean.
I know, but it's funny, Liam. I get that it's not good, but I would want to boil a Faeries player. Don't tell me that you would want to do it, because I know you would. I know it's not good. Your point? What if all of his lands are 6 islands on the board? Yeah, but Boyle's not good. Boyle's great.
I think Boyle's seeing more sideboard play now because of Earl Piles, because they are a base blue-green deck. And so you're going to have a lot of breeding pool stuff, and it makes sense.
HPTSD, yeah.
With Boyle?
Yeah, I already know what I would do sideboard for this. I would cut the lilies for the Collective Brutality and a Huntmaster for a Bloodbraid.
So do you think Jund has a huge advantage in this matchup, or just a smaller one?
I think it's probably 70% in favor of Jund. Like, that's how good it feels.
I don't think it's that high.
They play a fairy, you go kill it. They play another fairy, you go kill it.
Right.
You play another fairy, you just kill it, and then the value engine they get off of Renin 6 is great.
The issue is that actual kill wise, I think it's just terminate is the only way you guys can really deal with
Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt.
I was gonna say the Mistbind Click. Fatal Push would work, but Mistbind Click is if you don't have those, that also doesn't bode well for you either.
Yeah.
I think this match is at game one. I think Jund does have advantage. I think it's like high 50s, low 60s.
Right.
I don't think it's as high as 70. Just because Jund also does a lot of incidental damage to itself, and Faeries can capitalize on that.
I don't know what that card is. Oh, I remember this. I remember this card.
Man, that card's great.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Sorry, just looking at a card. Yeah, I still think it's...
Yeah. So, Mountain Pass from the Jund player.
Yeah, you're right.
No turn
just one value.
No turn one Thoughtseize is a little interesting. Blitzsteinmeier...
Who is on the right? Is this Zach?
No, this is... Dan, I believe his name is.
Okay.
That's a good thing. Who didn't give me his? He didn't give me his actual list. I'm like, all right, He said his list is like 8 months old, so I found a list from around that time. I'm like, all right, this should be close.
Right.
And I'm like, the list looks close. It's General Jund. Goyf is probably a pretty good one, also against fairies, if you can take away their Bitter Blossom. Because then it gives Goyf the typical thing he always misses, which is enchantment. Right. Which I think is also why Jund is running Clothis, because if he goes to the graveyard, it's not another type for Goyf.
Right.
Yeah, no, I told Patrick to check out this list. I like his list. I think it's really good.
Is the god indestructible?
Clothis, yes.
Then yeah, it's great. It's a great card. It's a value. It's a value engine.
Yeah.
Which is all you care about in Jund is getting value.
Well, yeah. Whatever, if it's a creature or if it's not a creature, you actually it's a drain game too.
Right.
So it's So like here's a clock that will eventually get you with. Wow, Jund just put out a Goyf and that's it. Pretty sure
probably
Faeries
just has a reaction.
I say Faeries is probably keeping up Spellstutter Sprite in case, because Jund does play a lot of 1-drop spells. So keeping Spellstutter mana up is always helpful. Just counter that. Right. If you want to waste another spell on this, I 2-for-2'd you, which as a Faeries player, I think you take that every time.
Most expensive Faeries, yeah.
I mean, technically, if you want a most expensive Faeries, you would need to get like original fetches, like original foil fetches. Those are more than those, but man, like I do like some of the new arts for the. I don't want to call them expeditions. They're like they're box toppers.
Right.
But the new art for the box toppers. I like some of it, but I'm like, man, like. It's real hard to beat like the art on like Flooded Strand, Misty Rainforest. Those arts are just so
I'm
pretty.
honestly not the biggest fan of his list.
The Jund list?
Yeah.
I said this list. I had to take a list. He said it's like 6 months old. So I'm like, all right, here's roughly what it is.
Because he has no way of He has one way of removing enchantments. One.
Oh, he's not playing Assassin's Trophy.
Yeah.
Ooh, or Abrupt Decay, actually.
Right. So I think, and I get why people don't like Assassin's Trophy because of the giving them a land, but I don't know. I love the card.
Ooh, Bloodbraid into Inquisition.
That's pretty good.
So Inquisition on the stack. Counter the Bloodbraid Elf, and that does work.
Yeah.
Because they're both being cast. Right. The Bloodbraid's not hit the board because of the Cascade trigger.
Yeah, I agree. At least Abrupt Decay is what I'm saying, though, Liam. Well, I guess Abrupt Decay is... Never mind, because Uro's still the problem, and you need to kill a Uro. So yeah, Terminate, I guess. And also,
I get it. You also can go against Tron by Tower. You boom, start hitting pieces to try and slow you down. So it looks like Lily, Brazen Borrower, and Miss... I believe that's the Judge promo, Mistbind Click? Or the Vendilion Click? Hence Terminate, yeah. So they're taking the Lily.
Take that foil Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the rationale now. I thought through it. I brained it.
Oh, Third Visions. I feel like
I would run another Maelstrom Pulse though. Yeah. I know it'd be heavy on the higher drops, but I would want 2 Maelstrom Pulses at that point. Yeah. At least one in the side to bring in.
I do feel like Andrew's list is more geared towards the mid-range decks,
right?
With how he has it built. So it's like, I mean, he's being pretty good about being able to trade 1 for 1 with his opponent. But typically, like, Faeries doesn't mind doing that when they have like a Bitter Blossom on the board because then they're still getting tokens out to be able to apply pressure or chump block as need be. Yep, I was like, alright.
Does he have another untapped land?
I mean, I don't know what John's going to do with 5. Well, a 5 land activates the land, right? You need 4 plus it for the...
Yeah.
I would say Colonnade.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Seems good if he
Season's
has
Pyromancer.
And you get...
So there was Bolt Land. And... Not sure what he drew. Inquisition. Alright, so you're going to take away... he could brazen one of the tokens to save it. Looks like that's what he chooses to do. And looks like they're going to take away...
Nothing.
The Vendilion Click. This is with the graveyard. So the only card that he could choose is Vendilion Click because he has a Cryptic and he has a Mistbind Click in hand.
I love those Vendilion Clicks. They're cool.
Yeah.
I think it's a Judge promo.
It is. So after it's another land, he can... Oh no, he doesn't have to activate Creeping Tar Pit, so he technically has a clock on the jump player, which I just realized they're both at 16. That left total has not changed a whole lot.
They both kind of sat there and looked at each other.
1 for 1 pretty well. So the question is that does he just going to flash in the Brazen? Oh no!
What's his other card though? Does he have 2 cards in hand? That's fine.
It's choose a Cryptic counter draw. That's fine because you have a Mistbind in hand, and so you're probably you don't want the Lily on the board because he has 1 up. So if you cast Brazen Bar and he has a Bolt, then Lily just takes over the game. Sand Visions. Not seen a Bitter Blossom come out, but interesting. He only runs 3 Bitter Blossoms in the deck. He's not Bitter Blossom heavy either.
It's pretty heavy on Bitter Blossom.
Well, I would say like if you're typically Faeries, you're running 4.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, it was one of those like, huh. And he said he plays it more like a blue-black tempo control.
I know. That's what I'm thinking too, Liam. He just needs 1 land for that ravine to put a real clock on him.
See? I was just like, it's nice having like Jund players. I'm like, man, you guys know way more of like the options that you have in Jund because you played it for so long.
Yeah. And
I was like, Faeries like
me more than this pleb. He switched away from it because he got bored. I like Grixis Shadow too. Like.
Ooh, Glyph is not looking good for Faeries. They need a counter spell.
Yeah.
Like, well, all right, we're gonna cast Brazen Bar, and there's the Bolt. So he made the definite correct choice of counting the Lily, not playing the Brazen Bar.
Yep.
So Faeries is looking for removal I mean, a Fairy into Mistbind on the upkeep still works because then you can just champion it.
Land? You need 1 more land, and he knows it.
It's sad because with Young Pyromancer, he pitched a land.
Yep. There you go. There you go. Declare attacks. Nope. Wait. Okay, he must have something good in his hand.
Oh, Brazen, bouncing the Goyf. Like, no blocks on the Seasoned Pyromancer will take 2.
Alright, he did have something.
I guess we're assuming we're going to recast.
Goyf?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's Kolaghan's command.
Spellstutter Sprite. What?
Oh, he countered it.
How?
Spellstutter Sprite?
Oh, and he activated Mutavault. Okay. Because Goyf was 2. I was like, no, because there's only one that activates Mutavault. Okay.
Right.
I mean, you're right. Petty Theft can hit Ravine. But I forgot that he also has Mutavault. So he the Faeries player is actually now in a really good spot.
Not really, because the Ravine has a huge clock on him.
No, because like during his upkeep, he's going to cast Mistbind, champion the Spell Stutter, attempt to champion the Spell Stutter. If it happens during the upkeep, all of his lands tap.
Gotcha.
So if he has a kill for if he had a kill for the Spell Stutter, then you can still activate Mutavault because champion doesn't target.
Right.
And so like unless you can take out everything, it's just most like it's still gonna resolve. Alright, so looks like a time walk. So technically Faeries has a faster clock right now. Because they have Creeping Tar Pit. So you sack a creature. Alright. Oh, maybe.
Plus.
So yeah, so he has no cards in hand. Alright. So he can activate... Oh, if he activated Tar Pit, he could have... Oh, no. Okay, because he's home to untap, so Raging Ravine plus a Bolt would be enough to kill. So him actually not swinging with Creeping Tar Pit was probably a really good choice.
Yeah.
So I was like, because the Ravine is a 3/3 and it gets a +1/+1 counter.
There he
right?
is. Liam, you gotta get those cool new looking oozes that are all cartoony.
He only has 2 sources of green, but I mean, I don't know what Ooze is going to fight. I guess Ooze can gain some life.
It's also a good Snapcaster safety net.
Oh! That's lethal. If Judd doesn't have an answer, that's lethal. Because that's 7 flying, and then 3 unlockable. Does he have a bolt? Oh! So if he had 1 more mana, he could have activated Ravine, swung at everything, and bolted.
Yep.
Oh!
Yep. Meh. I know. I was joking.
I mean, this game is fun. This game is a lot of fun.
It's really interactive.
So he bolted. So I'm just trying to think. He has a Scooze.
Okay.
He's a Fatal Push. So he's going to eat 2 things?
How is he at 10?
He went to 9. So he ate 2 creatures to go up to 11.
Oh, he's at 9.
Yeah. So if he swings with Mistbind,
Mistbind is a 4-butt?
Yeah, puts him to 7. You can still block with a Mutavault, go to 2, and then crack back for the win. I think that's the plan. I think you crack for 4, because you effectively have 2 creatures back. Worst case scenario.
Right.
Oh, he's going for it now. He's like 7. Oh.
Sack a creature. He must have a kill spell on hand. For Ravine.
He's at 4. Okay, yeah. Because I was thinking he had 4 points of damage on the board. I'm like, he doesn't. So he's gone through 3 bolts. So at best he has 1 bolt left that you'd have to be worried about.
Right.
So I mean, if you're absolutely safe, you activate Mutavault and you block. Because if he has bolt, you're still safe there. If he had a land, he could activate Ravine and have bolt and win, I guess. Oh, that would be the nuts. I think if he had the lands, then he could activate Ravine, keep a red up for the bolt, swing with both, chump block Ravine, take 2, bolt you to death.
I think Jen lost this one.
Ooh. I think you're correct as well. I'm not 100% sure what Jund has in the hands. All right, swing. Activate Mutavault. He's like, oh, yeah. He has a 4th bolt in hand. If he had one more land, he could have won. Oh no! Swing. Boy, gonna put you to 1. Jeez. Oh man.
That was close.
A point of damage.
Yep.
Was the difference in that game.
There was one turn that mattered where he should have just swung all out, and it would have had pretty much the same effect.
Oh man. All right. So let's throw it back to us. No, yeah, it's the sideboards. There we go. Let's fast forward there a little bit. All right. I mean, if you're a Jund player and
3 Lily out, 3 collective in, Huntmaster for.
Do you bring in Boyle?
Thoughtseize.
If you play Boyle on the sideboard, do you bring in Boyle? That's what I want to know in this matchup.
Oh yeah, I'll bring in Boyle. I was just joking. You might bring in a choke, but that's like if you don't have anything else. I think that's what I do. Huntmaster for a Thoughtseize. Like Liam said, he was right. Ooh.
Do you feel that hand control doesn't really matter a whole lot in this matchup?
No.
Because you both have a bunch of hand control?
Right.
Okay.
You want to be able to play threats. You don't want to top draw a Thoughtseize. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Inquisition.
We went.
I mean, that's. I think he has 2. Yeah, he has 2 land in hand. That's a fine hand to keep a fairy. As soon as he has 3 land in hand, that's a fine keep.
I would take, yeah.
I think it's going to give him the most value.
Mm-hmm.
Creamy Tar Pit. Another hand disruption. Alright. So do I want to force negation?
No, you just get rid of that misbind click. Or Lily.
Dude, people underestimate that card so much.
Yeah.
Until people start chaining them, and it's like, hey, guess what?
Right. You can't do shit.
I really want to build a certain deck. And I'm really tempted in doing it, so I'll see how much card king credit I have left. And I'm like, hey, Mike, Liam threw his deck across the room today.
You should build a deck that makes it so Liam gains a life all the time. There should just be a card that says Liam gains 20 life every turn while he's playing Death Shadow.
Just keep condemning his Death Shadows. Right? Hey, Liam, boop. He can go back later, it's fine. Just Acercron Scepter condemn. Let's go.
I'll change my name later.
Man, so it's just a bunch of hand disruption and a bunch of cycling from Jund. I don't feel like that's the start Jund wants.
You want a Ren 6, and you haven't seen one. Ren 6 is a great card.
Yeah.
And I would have mulled until I saw one.
Even with, like, let's say double hand control, 1 cycle land, and maybe like a couple of kill spells, you would still pitch for a Ren 6?
I want a Ren 6.
Yeah, but I think you also...
I need a threat, which he hasn't produced one yet.
Yeah, and that's...
And...
I know, I think it's one of Jund's bigger problems. If it can't produce a threat early enough sometimes,
yeah,
they just get pushed out of the game.
Right.
I think Faeries is probably also a little bit the same way.
Honestly, Liam, how do you feel about just getting rid of 4 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize for the 3 collective? Well, sorry, 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Inquisition for the Huntmaster and the Collective Brutalities, and just have solid threats constantly.
Oh, the vape life. Kids are so cool nowadays,
right?
With their TikToks.
Back when I was a kid, we smoked cigarettes.
We're like, look, if I'm gonna kill the planet, I'm gonna kill me too.
Right?
It's turn about fair play.
Just waiting for Liam to see what he says about that. I agree. But you can still control their hand, which...
So look, we're flashing in a Vendilion click. So does Jund have...
We got a reader.
Well, it's the trigger on the stack, and so it's like, okay, like, which player are you choosing before making any decisions? Like, yeah, that is a fair...
Right.
Which player are you choosing? Okay, so targeting me. Okay, well, I have responses then. As opposed to, oh, targeting you? Right. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't care. Man, he cycled 3 land? I mean, not necessarily cycled, but gone through, because it looks like one of those is the... No, yeah, he cycled 2 land, okay.
Okay. So now...
So the trigger resolves. So it's like 2 land.
Oh, it does have Assassin's Trophy.
Okay.
Cool. I agree then.
Alright.
Yeah, he didn't have a threat in his hand, which I don't agree with. So I would have mulled that away.
I mean, what you played 12?
Soviet anthem, please.
How? Since you both have played Jund with Season Pyromancer, yes? How much of a difference does that actually make?
He hasn't really.
How much of a difference does it actually make?
It feels really good.
So like, what decks do you feel it makes you a lot better against?
Well, when I was playing Mardu, Pyromancer was a thing, and that felt a lot better. Because usually, like in these kind of games, you come okay, this is a good example, I guess. These guys both are playing Thoughtseize decks, and it's all resources game.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, you both get to 0 cards in hand, and you're top drawing. And that season, Pyromancer draws you 2 cards, and it puts a threat on. And then it also has the bonus of putting putting the 1/1s next to it if you have cards in hand and in the graveyard too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just all around solid. It's not backbreaking, but it's like, okay, I can draw further into the deck.
So using a counter and draw the Goyf.
He needs sleeves. How much do you sell him for?
We don't have them. I'm pretty sure Ron's open tomorrow for a short period of time, or post on sick deals because I know there's a few people on there.
It's a meta call. It's a great card. It's a cuttable card. For sure.
So in what metas do you bring Season Pyromancer in?
Anything mid-range.
So when it's mid-range heavy, you bring in the Season Pyromancers. Right. Okay. So I guess if the meta shifts to what do you take them out for? What would you replace them with?
I mean, I guess they're pretty good against aggro too because they put little bodies on. I mean, it's not my go-to, but like Bloodbright Elf into Season Pyromancer.
Right,
seems really good.
It does, but you said since the meta calls, and what metas would you not have?
I don't know. I just think it's an all-around good card.
Okay, so you think
if there's something that it gets printed better than it, it has to be like Renin 6 power level.
Right, so
like it is a solid card that'll stay in Jund for a very long time, unless something is printed. Kind of like how Bob was like, amazing, and then Renin 6 came around.
Yeah.
And just destroyed Bob.
Yeah.
So
Spellstutter Sprites, no Mutavault.
That's kind of how it feels. It feels solid.
Oh, he does. He does a Mutavault down there. Okay.
The card just feels solid, Warden. I don't know how else to explain it.
So Lily down. Lily.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes Scoos is really good and you play 3, and sometimes it's just okay and you play 2.
So like the Scoos would be like a flex spot along with the Caesar Pyromancers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kalithos, I don't know how good it is. I would play it to try it.
From what I've seen, I think all the Jund list now is adopted because it's
right.
One of those. It ends up in your graveyard. It helps Goyf.
It's a Keranos.
Yes, it's a Jund Keranos.
I know Karanos because I played that card in Modern, actually. And it won me a tournament.
So, I think...
Hey, Liam, how many firsts did you get?
So like,
because I know I've gotten 2.
So 1 at Lily, put her down to 2. So if he chooses down take Lily, Lily's going to die.
All I know is that I won both with Jund and Splinter Twin, and how many did Liam win? None.
So at this point, right, like, Jund, I feel, has definitely, like, just turned that corner. And Jund is just now leaps and bounds ahead.
Right.
Whereas, like, the last game, right, they were both really close for so long that Faeries ended up just stepping across the finish line first.
Honestly, I like how the Lily, unlike Liam, I'm followed. I like the Lily. I know it's not, like, super good against, like, the little, like, Bitter Blossom and stuff, but I guess, to be fair, the Jund player hasn't seen Bitter Blossom.
Ooh. So I was like, so it looks like Lily downtick.
Yep.
To make him sack a creature.
Yep.
Lily, I think, should be dead.
I think it was on 3.
Well, 'cause if he upticked, the spell sprite hit him for 1, so Lily should have been at 2, unless he's upticked twice, which I may have missed.
Isn't Spell Stutter Sprite 1 attack?
Right. Well, Lily goes to 4, right? She goes from 3 to 4? Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can math. No, I can't. Like, my own Lily. Make you sack a creature.
Right.
Kill your Lily. Alright, well, Faeries has turned the corner here.
Yep.
It's like, oh, look, removal spell for the Mistbind.
Yeah. I take it back. Liliana sucks against Faeries.
Malfunction. Oh, Jesus. I was being sarcastic. I was like, alright. So it's like, I mean, like, he can hit him for...
I mean, Jund wins when you go BBE into BBE.
Inquisition. Aha, I have nothing.
Right.
Alright, well, we'll fetch. It looks like he's going to hit him for 4, because he does have Creeping Tar Pit down. So, I mean, Jund is on a 4-turn clock? 4-turn clock. So Jund has 4 turns to find something. Currently.
It needs to be BBE or...
I don't think Ren 6 does it, because if you Ren 6 down tick the Creeping
Honestly,
Tar Pit
I wouldn't have... Why did he Maelstrom Pulse that? I know it's 4 attack, but I think the Lily is more important to get rid of.
I feel like at this point, when he has 7 land in it, he gets he's just going to slam down.
Right.
Like what do you keep back? Unless you're trying to, like, make... He lose a cost by Lily uptick?
Yeah, fair enough, Liam. He does have the season flashback.
Oh, it's okay. You are...
Which
he didn't do.
Right. Which is fine. This looks like a BBE.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, that's real good.
2 damage to that Lily. Get back Seasoned Pyromancer. Play Seasoned Pyromancer. Draw 2 cards. Seems really good.
Wow. I thought so as well. So the thing is that now you're trying to figure out which one you counter. I'm pretty sure you just counter the K command. The K command gives like the most value.
It gives way more value.
So you counter the K command, and then you draw a card.
Yeah. No, you
can, because the BB is not on the board. It's still on the stack. This is weird card. Like that's not how this works. He thought like counter spell, and then tap. But like, no, because the Kolk's band resolves first before the bullet base. Bullet's not even on the board.
All right, so that's gone.
Yep. I mean, 9 to 14 is just it's a race, right? Puts him to 5. Oh, second BBE! Oh man!
Told you.
Into a Goyf. Oh.
Hit face.
So 8.
Come on. Come on. John.
He should be at 8, right? He was at 15?
Maybe the Goyf has one more power.
The Goyf just came out of Bloodbraid.
Alright.
So attack you for... Oh. So it's
Force him to have the bolt.
Oh yeah, he have to have a removal spell. Just any removal spell. Like, Ren 6, Lily works.
Sad.
Yep. Ooh.
That's where you go super slow and you go, Lily? Sack? Or are we good?
Right? Did we make the correct plays here? Alright.
We said that in unison. That's not how that works.
So the thing with Faeries is the sideboard does matter whether you are going first or second. Right. Because especially in lists that run the Spell Snare, like Spell Snare is terrible on the... Well, depending on how your deck is raised, is on the play.
Remembered Season 2. Yeah, I know. One turn he forgot Season Pyromancer. Yeah. I saw it, Liam. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle while they're shuffling.
Alright, I guess we'll allow Mike to leave. It's not like they can see you right now anyway. He's definitely naked.
I wish.
It's right. We got a match with Liam on there too, so it should be fun.
What do you say?
Apparently, the Streamlabs, it got updated, so apparently it put our like no profanity filter on, and so Streamlabs just yelled at Liam.
Who did?
Streamlabs, the bot thing. That makes me giggle just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Liam, no profanity. I'm gonna leave this.
Hang on, let's see if I can. I can't do it from here. I'll fix it later.
Wow.
It's fine.
Please refrain from using foul language. Added permitted term cunts. Stop.
Alright, so, man. I will say, these two games have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
Than I thought they would be. Yeah, you're welcome for that, Liam.
That's my controller.
Jesus.
That's what's broken.
Ooh, there you go. There's a Ren 6 and a broke. Jeez, man.
That's also what he hasn't drawn. He hasn't drawn a single Ren 6.
He drew it there.
I know, but he didn't get to play it. If Ren 6 sticks, that's
probably not
game changing.
I was wondering why it felt a little weird.
I don't really hug.
Thoughtseize. Right?
Yep, that's yeah.
Honestly, you take the Lily. Yeah. Who cares about Cryptic?
I mean, you could take on Sam Visions to stop his stacks. But I mean, when you have 2 removal spells in hand and a threat, you're feeling pretty good as a Joan player. Please.
There you go.
Can you please get him off?
I mean,
Kitty incoming.
who wants the chimkin?
There you go.
Yeah, burn.
So as Jund, right, you put down the Stomping Grounds untapped in case your opponent plays something on 3, so you can Abrupt Decay it. Worst case scenario. Like if he attempts to play a Lily, you can just Abrupt Decay it, pitch a land, and the next turn have Pyromancer with a Bolt Up. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Pepper, stop sniffing Tiny Cat's
Mod
butt.
me.
Liam, I'm not gonna mod you.
Yeah.
So Faeries not really able to do a whole lot right now.
Yeah, I just kind of got. Hand torn apart. What is he thinking?
Yes, Liam, you are on the channel,
Ah, he got another one.
and that's the scary part. I don't know, Liam. Even though you're on the channel, you still might want to try and just drop those in the chat or sneak them by. So, I mean, yeah, Abrupt Decay.
Yep.
So, John is just definitely in the driver's seat right now.
I don't know what did he play? Well, I guess I don't know.
Because he Abrupt Decayed the Lily, right? So, your opponent's tapped out. You're going to pay 2 life, play the Seasoned. Discarding Bolt and what else, though? Discarding Bolt and Lily.
Yeah.
Drawing
Like
2
Liam
cards.
said, Lily isn't the value card you want. It's Renin 6.
Man, boy, God. Maybe after the match I'll think about it. I'll go how to do it.
Give mod or I will Jihad.
Of course you freaking redeemed it. So I'm real glad I'm not putting the chat in the actual stream right now. Faeries not doing a whole lot. So John has him on a 4-turn time clock minimum.
Boom.
5? Okay, I was like, whoa. It's only 4.
Play land. Jihad of Peace.
I think he might have a fast land in hand. Maybe that's just determine whether he wants to have a 4th land up. I don't want you to have a 4th land up. If you had a 4th land, you'd play it, crack it if you had a BBE.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know with a 4th land, like, what you bluff or make your opponent think you have.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, you have mystery cards.
Lily.
Yeah? Pitch a Lily for Lily.
Uptick. Okay.
Oh, choosing Cryptic, counter, draw. Yep.
That's fine.
Jump player didn't make the mistake of trying to cast Lily first and getting counter tap your guys. Seaman Visions. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, that's right.
So we haven't seen a Renin 6 cast from the Jump player. We haven't seen a Bitter Blossom cast from the Faeries player. I don't think these decks are real.
No. Renin 6 just makes all the difference, man. As soon as I played that card like as a 2 of in my deck,
Yeah.
before it was meta, I was like, yep, this is a 4 of. Or 3 of. I mean,
I think 3 is the correct number of it.
3 and 4, it's fine.
So it looks like he puts...
Depending on what is needed in your deck.
Yeah. Someone bottom, land for turn.
Don't know what that is. Is that a Blossom? I think it is.
No, it costs 1. Relic, maybe? Man, we are struggling for that one right now.
Maybe it's a Pithing Needle. It's a Pithing Needle.
Is it? I don't think it's a pithing needle.
Liam, did you see it? The one that's on the left, the only permanent on the fairy side.
I'm looking at his list right now.
It has to be a relic or pithing needle. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Warden says it was a 1-drop, which...
Well, it had to have been, because he Serum Visioned, and then... So that was the blue, and then whatever the black was paid for that.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't look like a relic. Alright, Jund attacks. Push him to 7. Ooh.
Oh, it's a relic.
It is a relic, okay.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, relic into a top draw mana leak to counter the scoos to buy yourself a turn.
Yep.
I'm not sure what he can actually... I don't know what fairies can find that makes this game turn. I guess a Mistbind, since they do have a Muda Vault, would be okay, because then the Mistbind will block the Pyromancers and the Pyromancer tokens. But... BBE?
Yep.
Ugh.
That's when you see 4 lands tap on Jun's side instantly, it's a BBE.
In the Maelstrom Pulse with...
Just put it on the bottom.
Would you like to target your own tokens? How about your own Pyromancer?
And 7?
5, yeah. A Snapcaster Mana Leak. Alright, so that does work. It gets you a blocker and counters the Bloodbraid. I think you triggered the season, right? Because he's tapped out, so you can't flash it back.
Yeah.
To, like, next turn, you're probably only going to take 2. If he has another BBE, you're taking 5, and you're just still, Right. I mean, you're still behind the 8 ball. Activate?
10.
Okay.
BB. BB.
I mean, Bolt also works.
Come on.
2. Push 1.
Okay.
Go to 4. I mean, I guess he's afraid of the Bolt.
Flashback.
So this literally takes away, like, the fetch land that he just drew, apparently. Oh.
Okay. Please remember Season Pyromancer, or else the card is kind of worthless to you. Alright, good.
Yay! He did that! Woo! We are the not sarcastic commentary crew, none whatsoever. 0 sarcasm.
Trace.
Push that one.
Okay.
Go to 2. Show me the bolt. I don't have it. Inquisition. Land. I don't know. I think he's trying to get some damage in. I mean, you have to, right? Yeah, block 1.
Yeah. This way, Renin 6 is lethal.
Yep.
And he can't play Bitter Blossoms.
Screws. Land. Oh. Alright. Just cryptic lock him out and make it hilarious.
Right?
Just magically do it. Oh, there's the handshake. Oh, alright. I was close, though. Jund does get it in 3.
This wasn't a real game. No Renin 6.